Okay. Thomas Michael will go home with 15,000. While the lady will go home with 5,000. Now we are going to go into the topic proper. Social capital. Building social capital. Building social capital. But let's bring it home. Social capital is what a lot of people know as contact, connection. Who do you know? Who can you call that will press the buttons? Even if you don't know the person directly, do you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody? Once you do, you have social capital. And most times, it's not about you, or maybe you might not even benefit from it immediately. It might be your children, your relatives, those that share the same surname with you. Let me give you an example. My father, his name is John Nnam. He's a surveyor. When he went for a contract then, they asked him his name. He just said, my name is John Nnam. The panelists, one of them asked him, any relationship with Mr. Patrick Nnam? He said, that's my uncle. The panelists turned to the others and told them, Mr. Patrick Nnam was a good man. You can go. That was the end of the interview. So, it mustn't be about you. People related to you can also benefit from it. Now, social capital refers to resources available to some people, entities because of their network. Network still meaning those you know. The assets we possess by virtue of the social relationship that we develop and maintain, and the shared values which arise from those networks make up social value. Social capital. In understanding social capital, you have to think about value. If there is no value, like, remind me his name, please. You, the one that, Thomas. Thomas transferred value to our daddy because he's good in spoken words. And that caught his interest. But some other people were telling him that, I don't know what they told you, but they might be telling you, I'm good at this. But he went straight to the point and told and did it. Not long talk. So that was why you picked interest. Because there's no way you would know he's good if not that he did it. Within the short period of time you gave him to introduce himself. So when you are interacting with the people you want to get familiar with, always go straight to the point. They're unnecessary. You come to someone's inbox on Facebook and tell him, hi, have you eaten? Thank God. No, you don't do that. You go straight to the point. Hello, how are you doing, sir? I'm so and so this is what. Just go straight to the point. A lot of people that you want to meet have tight schedule. They don't have time for you. They have a lot of people on their contact list that are sending them messages, calling them on the phone, sending WhatsApp messages. Those from their church, those from where he lives, from where he does his exercise and recreation, and his childhood friends and schoolmates. So you have to go straight to the point and make this person pick interest in you. Now let's go to the types of social capital. Bonding, one of them is bonding. Bonding refers to the social capital created within a group with shared interests and goals. Like me, I do go to the gym at Hotel Sunshine. I like Romy Buet. But these are places you go to, you get to meet the people you want to relate with. If I want to hang out, I don't go to, some people might say it's pride, but I don't go to where they sell drinks cheap. Because those are the places you meet people that have cheap mind. But it's not, have you seen, okay. Have you seen Will in your street drinking before? If you want to see him, you go to the government house. those men that live in zoo estates, it's not that they have too much money. It's just that they want to be around people they want to be around. So that, okay, I have a friend that stays in zoo. He pays 3 million naira a year. He does like this to pay for the rent. But in the morning, you see him jogging with people that were former this, former that. They interact. Over time, he can comfortably, he just bought the house there. 120 million, a very small house. So it's not about, it might not be comfortable for you initially, but with time, you get used to it, and you know this is the life, and you have to maintain it. It's not fake life most of the time. So some people confuse it for fake life, but it's not fake life. So bonding, like this environment now, we can bond. Like I've known you now. Before I leave, I'll get to know you more. And maybe later we can do business. I can help you, you can help me. As far as I have value to give to you, and at the end of the day, you give me value. And that's what makes us friends.
Give me some of his share. I feel like, sir, why I said you are still growing up. You need to grow. A small boy, we need to support you to grow. Now, the only thing that bothers me now is, what will I do for this man? Some days I'll bring money and go to the wife. The wife will go and tell him, tomorrow we'll give you back that money. And that's why he likes me. Or someone with a friend always, a younger person always as a friend. But I'm one of the closest people I think I've known around him. I go to his house, I just enter the house and go straight to his room upstairs. Car broken on the anthem will be waiting with chair. I'll just go straight to the room. Anything I see there that I like, I will pick it. The wife, nobody will say him. That is when you are bringing value.
But when you are not bringing any value, that's when you understand that he's a very busy man. He has company, he has a company to run, he has families, he has relatives that are all on his neck asking for money. He will become too busy for you because you are not bringing anything to the table. Places like this, you get to meet people face to face and you connect and you bond and you make friends. The other aspect of social capital is the internet. Some people think the internet is a virtual world where they can just abuse anybody and get away with it. They say in Twitter, they say they are savages on Twitter. If they meet you there, they will finish you. But a lot of people fail to understand. There was a day, when someone tweeted something, okay, this girl that later died, she posted something that she was sick, and there's this woman that told her she will not survive it. Chimak replied and told her that he's going to foot her bills. She might have not seen Chimak anywhere, but through the internet, people get job offers through the internet. They get to meet their destiny helpers through the internet. But a lot of people think, let's be catching cruise. Let's be catching cruise. One time ago, something was trending. The guy got an internship at NESA and came and wrote, everybody should get the fuck out. I'm a NESA intern. Another elderly man replied and watch it, language, watch it. The guy told the man, get the fuck out of here. Without knowing the man is in the board of NESA. And that was how he lost the internship offer he just got like 2 hours ago. So it's as simple as that. If you don't know what to write, just keep quiet. Or you can share what another person have written. Don't just start. Some people every day they are posting their pictures. You only get attracted to people that like your body. People that value knowledge will not have anything to do with you. I used to have one or two things to do with Solomon, but it didn't work out. But we are still friends because he has value. And I love it for that. I love him for that. So you have to be intentional about using your social media. People book hotels through Airbnb. A lot of people that traveled, we've not traveled abroad before, but we saw it on the internet. So they book, you don't need to meet someone to do this for you. You can just, you have a room already, you make your payment. When you land, a cab will come and pick you from Uber and drop you at the hotel. But when you are waiting to meet the person face to face, you might never get to the place you are going to. So we have to be intentional about how we use the internet and how we use our phones too. Some people will call you 10 times straight, as if you are holding their kidney. And some people that don't understand personal space will be calling you by 10 minutes after 10 in the night for something that can wait till morning. Personally, if I don't have a personal relationship with you from 8 p.m., I will not pick. You are not my wife, you are not my father, you are not my sibling. Anything that is going to happen, let it wait till tomorrow. These are times married men bond with their wives and children. You don't just call somebody and be talking rubbish. The single ones can do that. But personally, I don't call any married man from 8 p.m. Any married woman or any married man, I don't call the person from 8 p.m. I'd rather send you a message. Whenever you go through it, you can reply. But calls, it's not necessary. In social capital, some people are born with contacts. The likes of the children of Abiola, Atiku. Their children, they don't need to hustle to get to meet anybody they want. You come to their house and they'll tell you that thing. Because one thing will bring you to their house. Those ones are the ones born into, you don't compete with those ones. But people, some don't have any choice but to make the contact themselves. And they can be in a bomb now. Other people, those born into contact will tell you it's grace. It's grace. I'm special. It's not about being special. It's just that you are lucky. Because there are a lot of people that work harder than you do, and yet they don't get those things you get. This morning I was reading how they said Bill Gates. They said Bill Gates dropped out of school. He is one of the richest men on earth. But Bill Gates got software contracts from IBM in the 60s, in the 70s. I was just reading it this morning. And it was his mother. They didn't tell us that one. It was his mother that is in the board of IBM that facilitated it. You can't drop out of school. So, let's go to the benefits of good social capital. Good social capital makes it easier to find and get a job. Some of our uncles will tell us, once you graduate, bring your CV. Some will never get you the job. While some, once they tell you, okay, take it to so and so person, tell him I sent you. Tomorrow you get an employment letter. It's because your uncle has solid social capital. These MOT people, when they stop you and clamp your tire, you bring out your phone and call somebody. The person will say, give him the phone. Okay, you can go. Social capital. Who do you know? Don't just make beer friends. There are people I call beer friends. Somebody in actually, people cannot discuss anything of importance there. Just talk about frivolities and you go home. Tomorrow you resume. When you get older, you know those people are not helping you. You can call them for parties in your house later. But when you are chasing your goals, you avoid such people. Secondly, you get to make more money. Yes. You get to make more money and promote it. I might have a business idea, but I don't have money. But I know Solomon that has money. He will bring his money. I'll bring my idea. I will make more money. If Solomon doesn't trust me well enough, he will not bring his money, no matter how good the idea is. Some time ago, a friend was telling me I should come and buy Bitcoin. I told him I don't know anything about Bitcoin. That I cannot buy it. I don't know anything about it. Although I'm regretting it. But it's because I didn't trust the guy. When another person came to me and told me the same thing, I gave him the money without even following him up. He was the one that called me and said, okay, download this app, let's send the coins to your wallet. And that was it. It's because I trust the guy. Social capital goes with trust. If you don't trust anybody, you cannot deal with the person. No matter how sweet and palatable you are, you cannot. People with good social capital have more influence and are more effective. People with good social capital have more influence and are more effective. If you can get things done without stress, once it involves people, I think you have good social capital. Because there's no way I will tell, okay, I need this place cleaned. And this thing is both sides. You might be the big one and the person rendering the service is a small one. Or you, the big one, might be the one rendering the service to a small one. Now, you need this place cleaned or this car washed, and you can't compel anybody to wash it without paying the person. You don't have social capital when it comes to that, because if your life depends on this, you will die. So you have to be intentional about making friends, people that are around us. Like you are saying something about service. We all have people we serve. There are people I can pause my life to do things for. It's not because they're paying for it. It's because I have this sense of depth towards this person. That is why I will pause my life to do this for the person. Because the person, if there's something the person might have done for me that helped my life improve. So without that act or that action, my life won't be the way it is now. So you owe everything to the person. Let's go to number 4. Well-connected people find it easier to raise money and get investors. A lot of people have business ideas, but they don't have money. Gideon had a program to do with 1.something million, but he didn't have money. But he knows somebody that has money. And the person brought the money. Without plenty talk. Without writing proposal. That is what social capital can do for you. You see, they'll go and meet people that are professional proposal writers. They will write pages, spiral bind, and bring it. So we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. They will never call you. They don't have anybody. There's no way, there's no connection between you and them. They can't invest in what you are bringing. Because one, I don't think you have integrity. It has never been tested. And that's all. Once there's no integrity, once it's in question, nobody will deal with you. Good social capital makes strategic alliances easier and faster. We are still saying the same thing. Let's run. Ways to build social capital. Network proactively. Don't go and meet people and talk about Big Brother Niger. I'm passing on a bit next week. Some people are eager to go and watch it. Yes, so they're eager to go and watch it, but of what importance is that to your growth as a person? If you're in the entertainment world, fine, you can be interested in that. But when you are not in the entertainment world, what's interest? How does it improve you as a person? You need to leave those things and focus on your life. Be strategic. Number 2. If I know mommy has something that I want, I will not go to her straight up and tell her to do that for me. I'll look for something that I can do for her, that will make her give me audience. That is the way you move to people. You have to be willing to do something for the person first. Nobody is a charity organization. You have to do something. That is what I mean here by be strategic. Don't just approach them and bore them with long plans, sermon, your plans on how to get this done and become a billionaire in a few months. Nobody will listen to you. Create diverse network. The politicians are the ones that master this thing very well. They have every kind of friend. If you come to the church, they'll be praising them. If you go to the nightclub, they'll be praising them. If you go to the tout world, they are praising them. They have it everywhere. If you come from this side, there are people saying good things about them. If you come to the other side, there are people saying good things about them. You cannot do anything about it. And you as a person should adopt that method when interacting with people. Me, I have friends that if I tell you they're my friends, you will not believe these people are my friends. But there are ways they will help you, if not now, but later. But don't be too proud, don't be, but give everybody, let them stay where they should. Don't bring them too close because they will ruin your life. Because tomorrow, they say nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow you might not want to be a politician, but you find yourself in politics. And when you get there, they will tell you, Wike has, not Wike, Rochas. He has followers. Years back, he's been empowering. It's because he started early enough. It's because he started early enough to build his social capital. He started with charity. And up to today, a lot of people are in schools because of Rochas. A lot of people are graduates and are doing well in life because of Rochas. Whether you like him or not, he has made his impact in this life, and nobody can do anything about it. A lot of us saw what happened at Orba. That is social capital. Who do you know? If you don't know anybody, when you do child education, nobody will come. It's with time. Over time, the one they were talking about, eye service, not the eye service people. They are true to themselves. They want you to help them. Those ones, over time, after a long, maybe 1-2 months period of mentorship, you find out that you want this person to be a better version of himself, and you start thinking of ways to help the person. But if the person come clean and tell you this is what I lack, you will not do it. But when they come, help me with this, while helping him with this, you find out that he lacks this, and you end up doing that for him also. Be a giver. Giving is always important in every aspect of our life. You must give. It's only when you give that your hand will be open so you receive. And they said, givers never lack, and that is something I've been doing for a long time. And God has been helping us. This one, I will tell you, I've seen it work, giving. You have to give, no matter how little. You see, rich men, most of them, they always give. But when you bring something, no matter how little to them, they appreciate it more than money. You say maybe na shoe you have the polish to the you go to polish 300 naira. Yeah. You appreciate it more, because some people, if you give them money, they feel offended. Those little things. Gideon told us about doing a frame for his boss, and the following day he saw it on Facebook. It's because he appreciates it. So we have to be giving. Fourthly, show gratitude. People will tell you, he has a lot. Look at what am I doing with 10K? If 10K is too small, why don't you have it? So why are you asking another person to give you? Whatever anybody does for you, always show gratitude. Always listen. That's number 5. Listen. It was because our daddy discovered that, remind me the name, Michael was listening when he was speaking. That was why he picked interest. Some people will not allow you to talk. They will say their mind. They will tell you, the one you are saying are the other important. Is that one that telling you is very important. You need to listen to them. But me that you came to ask for help, I want to say my own. You don't want to listen to it. I'll tell you, okay, we need to pray so God will give us utterance. But since you don't want to listen, we have to pray. Be a good role model. That's the last one. Be a good role model. concept of building social capital is very, very important for growth in life. If you are not intentional about making friends, you don't behave anyhow and live anyhow and expect people that you treated badly to come to your aid when you need their help. You have to live honorably so that whenever you need those people again. Today, Solomon is calling me to speak on his program. But if I tell you that we had something that didn't work out, we didn't part ways grudgingly. We left as men that understood that this cannot work. And today we are still good friends, and tomorrow I think we'll be better friends and closer. So conclusively, we should try our best. If we've not been doing this, we should start now. I have a friend, he entered a plane to Abuja, so Lagos. Said he met one guy. The guy told him, "Sir, I like your dressing. What do you do?" Told him, I'm an architect, blah, 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 blah. He saw him talking for like 10 minutes. Then he asked him, "What do you do?" The guy said, "I work partly for MTN, partly for this, partly for that." He said, "What do you mean by I work partly for this, partly for that?" He said he thinks for MTN. Now, why that guy asked him that was to have an idea of what he does so that he can be able to be creative in that regard. So we have to be intentional. Don't just meet people and talk about football, and you are not getting paid talking about these things. You should be discussing things that are of substance and relevance to your career as a person, and not just discussing frivolities. So, I've already told this story before, but I'll still have to tell it again. If not for the good name of my uncle, Mr. Patrick Nnam, I don't think my father would be a surveyor by now, because this contract gave room for another contract and for another one. By the time you get frustrated from the first step, a lot of people would say, no, let's get yours. So, I have these slides on my phone, but I'll send it to Solomon. Maybe you can share to people that are interested in this thing. Thank you very much.
Please, you can do better. Please, do better than that. Amazing. Wow.